Hello, 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 and welcome to ER Emotional Response Podcast. This is Ivory. Hi, how are you doing? How y'all guys out there? I know I'm a day late, evening short. However, I suffered from a minor concussion. If I could be as candid as possible, I suffer from a minor concussion. I had bought a new shower curtain for my tub and I didn't get the liner. I don't know. I just didn't make time. I did buy the liner the next day, but I was like, I'm going to get around to putting it in. But you know how sometimes wisdom plucks you in the head and you be like, no, I could wait another day. And that's kind of what I did. But I heard it that night before the incident occurred, put the liner in. And that really could have been avoided. It really could have been avoided. But I fell in the tub. I hit the right side of my back of my head and my neck. I was in the ER. They did the CAT scan. Found out it was a closed head injury. And it's a light concussion. They didn't send me home saying I need to do a lot of things. I just need to take it easy, sleep well, and also don't watch TV extensively. When I sleep, I need to sleep with the TV or the radio not running because your brain runs when something's running in the background. So if you're playing a radio or the TV, and that was just something for me to learn right then and there, and you're asleep, your brain is still processing it. It's a processing system. So by it being a processing system, basically it runs continuously if it gets stimuli. And a TV or a radio in the background is enough for it to still be running. So she just wanted me to chill, basically, in so many words. So I didn't forget about you. I just got delayed, and I apologize for the delay. I really take pride in making sure I stay consistent on Tuesdays and Thursdays. However, this was an injury that kind of threw me off, and I went to the ER and got treated. Not more so treated, but diagnosed and examined. So I wanted to today do a part 2 of Keep Going. I covered Keep Going. Excuse me. I covered Keep Going in a general sense. But now I wanted to talk about relationships, how to keep going in your relationships, whether it's a romantic, casual relationship or a deep, intimate relationship. How to keep going in your relationship. In this day and age where it's so easy to log on to something, DM someone, FaceTime someone, do story lives and connect with someone. It's so easy to do that. At times, keep going in your relationship might be the last thing you think of. Mainly because your options. They always say a man is as good as his options. And nowadays, there could be several options for a male and for a female. And so keep going is not by popular demand because everything's just reaching, grabbing, and calling you now. And you can get spun out of control so quick in a matter of minutes. And you could forget what really matters. And the intensity to connect with that person, even if it's just momentarily, is so strong that you'll diffuse the reality. Excuse me. I don't know why I'm doing that. diffuse the reality of you being in a relationship. You are actually in a physical relationship. You actually deal with someone on a consistent basis. You could remove the label. You could pump fake and try to convince the masses. But one thing of trying to fool someone, you always end up fooling yourself only. Because people are well a base of reality. I always say, they walk around and say that the sky is purple when it's blue. Well, it don't matter. You could convince 20 people it's purple and they'll still look at you funny walking away. Sometimes they'll even nod their head to just acknowledge the fact that you're there, but they know that if you more than likely start talking sooner than later, they'll still be in reality, which is a blue sky. And that kind of goes with situations in our life. That's not my boyfriend. That's not my man. He's just someone I talk to on a regular basis. You can't diffuse reality. You can be delusional, but you can't diffuse reality. Reality will consistently be reality. You can ignore it. You could choose to ignore it. You could choose to skip over it and act like it's not really going on. But it'll still continuously go on. That's the one thing about reality. And so it is with relationships. You have to make a clear decision and be concrete in it. A lot of times people waver and say maybe they in something, maybe they not in something, maybe they in something because of the options that's before them. However, you don't want to play yourself, just in life in general, trying to play lukewarm and miss out on one of the best things that could happen or is happening in your life. Because your turmoil brings chaos. And the person that you're involved with, it just stirs up drama, unnecessary drama. So how to keep going in 2018 when relationships are redefined? One clear thing before I go into the points is one of the main things to keep going in your relationship is to keep it private. Everyone and everybody should not know the details and the affairs of your relationship. Yes, reality TV is coaching people to expose everything. However, just because they're coaching people to do this by popular demand, that don't make it right nor healthy. You have to make the executive decision to say this is my relationship and it's not for everybody. It only takes two. The one that you're committed to and you. So why open the doors for everyone to know your business? Everyone to know your affairs? You should be able to have a confidant that you can bounce ideas and thoughts and feelings off and still be just as involved in your relationship as when you first met the person. Because things are going to happen. Experiences are going to happen. Sometimes having a confidant to talk to and to bounce ideas on, they'll bring you back to your centered place so that you can flourish in a relationship. They'll remind you of different things that made you start the relationship. And then they'll issue wisdom to just let you know you still might need some artillery to go forward. So put in your backpack some wisdom, and they might issue that. Just remember, it's key to remain private. Key. Allow people to be in a mystery when it comes to who you're involved in. Because as long as y'all know, that's all that matters. Now, if you're in a relationship and you make the relationship a mystery with the person you're involved in, that's wrong and not fair. But the rest of the world, it's your choice. It's your choice what information you release to them and what information you refrain and decide to keep to yourself. Privacy is one of the best policies. Because sometimes when you keep things private, you had an advantage point of really doing some introspection and seeing if it's your insecurities flaring up. Is it unresolved issues from your past flaring up? Is it the lack of vulnerability? You get to take time out to figure out the core and the center of different problems. And some of those problems you can resolve within yourself. If you know your insecurities have heightened, be able to dissect it, find a root of what's causing the insecurity, and then tackle it and take it down. And that's one word, one. It's one, because now you can still keep going in the relationship after you done resolve what turmoil was going on inside of yourself. Excuse me for the mumbling of my words. So the first point I want to talk about when it comes to keep going in your relationship is scheduling me time. Yes, my first point to keep going in your relationship is scheduling me time. So wait, Irie, wait. I know you probably saying, in order to keep going in my relationship, I need to factor in some me time? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. You should be able to factor in 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, sometimes a couple hours, sometimes a whole day. Factor in some me time. That me time could balance you out emotionally. Because you're seeing each other all day, all night. Me time is vital. Just off of that fact alone, that you can recenter yourself. And it might sound corny, but it needs to be such a priority that you write it down. You factor it into your schedule. And people might not get it, but you get it. Because then when you join back into the relationship later on in the day or the evening or the next hour, you're centered enough to still engage and not take everything to the heart or feel like this person is not beneficial in your life because of certain things that's going on or certain things that's happening. That me time is vital. Another thing that will keep you going is keeping a light heart. What I mean by keeping a light heart is not being frustrated all the time.